Good morning, it's Elijah with Aiden Pressure Washing here. This morning we're out in Geneva, Nebraska actually, doing a little work. We're going to be working on getting some rust stains from fertilizer off of a driveway. This driveway is only a couple years old. Unfortunately, the guy that was taking care of the lawn didn't get the fertilizer swept off or blow off, and then it rained and you're left with the iron rust stains in the driveway. So we'll show you what we've got going on here. So you can see the rust stains there. Of course, the tails from the rust stains where the water ran. Goes all the way up to the front door there. So we'll be using a product today to get these stains out. You can't just use pressure to try to clean them up. It won't do anything. You actually need to neutralize that rust stain. And of course, on newer concrete, if you're just going to try to use pressure alone anyways, you're going to end up just etching that new concrete, removing that cream layer, and doing more damage. So we won't be using any high pressure today. Our steps are going to be, we're going to just do a light wash down of the driveway. That'll help open up the pores. We'll let that dry. We'll go ahead and apply our chemical to the whole driveway, because again, you can see where the lawn guy tried to just clean the spots themselves and of course whitened the concrete and didn't remove the spots. So we're going to apply it to the whole driveway. That way it's uniform, at least more uniform, and try to do our best to blend these in. We're hoping that the cleanup job that the lawn guy didn't go ahead and just etch those stains into the concrete, and we should still be able to get those stains neutralized pretty well and cleaned up, at least make the driveway a little more presentable. So we'll check back in with you as we are working. This will be a few hour job. We gotta basically rinse, let the concrete dry, apply our chemical, let that dry, do a second coat, let that dry, and then do another post rinse after we're done. So it's a little involved, but it looks like we're getting the sun to come out, which will help in drying. We brought some blowers too to help that out. So we'll kind of check back in with you and show you what we've got going on. See ya. All right, we got Seth just doing a good rinse down to get all that surface dirt off of the concrete. And then we'll go ahead and let this dry. This will be a good step to help open up all the pores. Make sure that our chemical, which we're using F9 Barc today, can penetrate that surface, get down into that concrete where those stains are, and get them neutralized as best we can. Again, here's a good view. Those stains we're working with today. We'll go ahead and give everything a good rinse down. Again, not using any pressure, just basically a wall of water that we're using to rinse down the driveway. Open up the pores, give us a good clean slate to work on these stains. Got our little 4-gallon out today. We didn't even bring the trailer since it is about an hour trip out. You know, we're going to need all the equipment that we got. We got what we need here. So just to do this light rinse, just brought the 4-gallon out, threw it in the back of the truck. Had me reminiscing a little bit of the early days of Aiden Pressure Washing and not even having a trailer and working just out of the back of the truck. So we'll finish this rinse here, and then we'll check back in with you guys as we move along the project. See ya. All right, so we've got the driveway all rinsed down. We do need to let it dry completely before we apply our chemical. So we brought some backpack blowers just to try to aid in the drying process, quicken it up a little bit. You know, even if it saves us an extra 10 minutes or so per application, I mean, that's about a half-hour savings. 45-minute savings. We've got this first area we started is drying pretty good already. And the sun's out, so that'll help. So this all should be dried up here, I would say, in the next half hour or so. We'll be able to move on to actually applying our chemical, the F9 Barc, see how it's gonna go. And we'll follow those steps for the application and bring you guys along with us. See you soon. So this is after the initial coat of the F9 Barc. Got a lot of that heavy staining up. Now it's calling for basically going back over everything one more time. You can go lighter on the areas that doesn't have a lot of staining, heavier on the staining areas that does have stain. So we'll apply another coat here, dry it up, take a look at what that looks like at that point. Hopefully a lot of the rest of this will kind of blend on in. But we'll check back in with you after the second application. All right, this is after the second application of the F9 Barc. It's still drying just a little bit there, as you can see. But for the most part, the stains, you can see some shadowing of where they were and where the lawn guy had used his own product, unfortunately. But everything is blended in pretty good at this point. We've got another step here where we are going to saturate the concrete, do a once over with our brush, and then rinse everything down for a final and let that dry, and that should just kind of blend everything in a little bit better here for the last step. But overall it's looking pretty good. We'll check back in after we get it rinsed down and everything dries out. And this was kind of the test area for a customer, and I'm thinking they're going to approve and want us to go ahead and move on to the rest of the driveway. So we'll check you guys later. See ya. All right, we are getting wrapped up here. I'll kind of show you the results that we got. We do have a little bit of the far side of the driveway still drying. That's what the dark areas are. But we'll kind of flip you around here and show you what we were able to get done on this rust removal. All right. So you can see, other than where the lawn guy tried cleaning these spots himself, it's a little lighter of a shade. I mean, I would say 90 to 95% of that, those rust stains are gone. And these had sat all winter, so they were doing a fertilizer in the fall, and of course it got rained on wet. And the iron just leached out, but just some slight shading there.
Hi.
Hey. But everything looks pretty good.